Thank you for joining me here. If you found yourself here, there may be a message for your healing journey, soul's evolution, transformation, and or simply information. So if you've dealt with somebody that has addictions and maybe literally they don't act like themselves, well, sometimes it's because the longer they have these addictions and if they especially had childhood wounds, they probably have fragmented souls to which a lot of things happen when there's addictions and you're not really conscious of all the things you're doing. However, a lot of people and everybody's different, what they can remember or choose to remember based on how they apologize or the lack thereof. Right? So if you've been there, you know. If you haven't, this may be completely foreign. But if you have been with somebody who's narcissistic and has addictions and then there's lots of other rage fits and things like that, and have multiple personalities, you will notice then each one comes out at different times. And even each one would like to do it differently. And of course, the liquor of choice seems to vary. And then you know, with whatever choice it is, brings out a different crazy. And it all is crazy. And then sometimes it can seem like, and they really are, demonic. And you may or may not have known if some of them deal with the dark occults. They do a lot of dark magic, hoodoo, witchcraft, and spells as well, sacrifices. And they've done this and you weren't aware. Once you become aware, it's profoundly interesting. That's all I have to say to that. But yes, the entities could be anybody, lost souls that are passed over. They literally are lost, or it could be somebody from their family and friends that have crossed over and have a lot of unsettled things here that they're tormented by, right? So suicides and things like that, maybe they really weren't on the up and up on the way out, if you know what I mean. So a lot of times they'll take on other people's spaces, sometimes family members or somebody else, and they can sort of share space with them, but really take their body, mind, and soul over. So they can be controlled by these demonic spirits, walk-ins, Klingons, and some people don't even know, but a lot of times you'll say, "Are you feeling well? Because you're acting different today." If you can't feel it, a lot of times you get used to it. They ride with you, or it's comforting at some point because it reminds you of them. Maybe you're thinking of the good stuff, but they have, taken over your space. And I have witnessed this on a few occasions. It's not something like a ghost that bothers you. It's actually pretty scary because when his personality comes out based on what somebody's drinking and or whatever else they put in their body, the Hollywood cocktail, it becomes scary. So yes, it is. You have to be a psychologist, a therapist, who they are and what the nature of the business is and where the original person is. And sometimes they back down and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have a purpose and sometimes it's not. And it is kind of scary. So you sleep with literally one eye open. But this sometimes can be like an excuse. If you watch Final Fear with Richard Gere and Roy on, you clearly knew what he was doing. He was afraid. He had a lot of prayers inside. So he did. So you're like doing you're somebody you were dealing with in the past, doing something at the kitchen table to them and conjured up and calling in some spirits and that. It is a little weird. So you start thinking over it, but you have to do that and then play it back because they want to see what you're doing. So you try and practice with it. And then they say, no, this is me, this isn't me. It's pretty loud. And it's profound. So you can tell they're fighting the battle with somebody else taking over their body at that moment. Like they're also kind of drunk. So it's very interesting, but very scary. When you have rages, it becomes extremely scary. Multiple personalities that come out at weird times. It's shocking. Some of our childhood, some of our teenagers, and some of them just are people that they've made up so they can get through life. But when they deal in the dark arts with the occult and they absolutely know what they're doing, that's another story. It's on to you and trying to fill your life with what you have and they expect you to take the crap that they have. Well, as us healers, whatever else we are, because we have gifts handed down from many, many life ancestors. Well, that's why the paradigm of the intuitive, the empath, the narcissist, happen. But far before you know, they preyed upon you, studied you, studied your birth chart, got to know you, figured it out, right? Thought you took you somewhere, so you had to develop the information, and then they have it. Well, abnormal, yes. And it is very profound. But you will know that once you find yourself away from these people, the damage clearly is done. You have to look at your credit report, your driver's license, your passport, even your birth certificates. And when you find out, you go to your appointments and they're questioning who you are, sure enough, you have a problem. So just be mindful of these things and be aware. I would say you have somebody in your world that is dealing in the dark arts. They do it all the time. For me, it's 24/7, 365. Physically, from your life. Enter your distant past because you feel entitled to it. They don't want to work and do the work on their own. They just want to take yours. So I know they've done this to lots of other people, and that's the problem. You don't realize it. If they close themselves to the other people, then you don't know how it's too late. So my suggestion to you is get your affairs in order, get an order of protection in place, have somebody write it that's reputable, and definitely get an attorney because you want to have this order of protection in place for as many years as possible, and you can get it for 50. So, especially if there's guns involved, a lot of addictions, because you never know what they're going to do. Because literally, your life is in danger. I know mine is, and mine was, and still is. They have a lot of people working behind the scenes that you couldn't even imagine do this crazy stuff. Other professionals and anybody else they can or do drugs with or sleep with. So that's the crazy world we live in. But if you're on the up and up, and you're one of us, we're going to stick together and fight this spiritual warfare. And God has a big plan, special plan for all of us. And karma does play out, whether it's here on earth or in spiritual court, no matter if it's in heaven or hell. We all are going to be there because we have a special seat. I know I do. And karma will be played out here on earth and also in the spiritual realm until they learn their lesson. It's not a punishment, it's to learn your lessons here. You can build a lot of good karma here by learning your lessons and doing right by people. So walk the line, like you to do what's right. And when you know better, you do better. And just remember to take care of you because you matter and life is short. All pain, trauma, sorrow, grief, fear, betrayal, hurt, back to your heart center. So you can find love is the ultimate healer of all. And don't worry about too long. And whoever the maker is we believe in, because you're here and you have a mission, then you will be protected and cared for. As long as you're authentic on the up and up, you're doing what's right. So take care of you today. Self-care is sacred. And you do matter. And just live within peace, harmony, joy, tranquility, and joy. You have that within, so you can share it with others. That's what it is.